Hey guys, reading time. So we're going to talk about a couple things here that are somehow going to, I feel like, pertain to this reading. We'll find out. But so there's a couple things that I have come up today that really bother me, that I feel like it is relevant to whatever collective I'm talking about. So one of the things that really irritates me is when I call somebody and they text me instead of calling me back. That's just number one there. Two, I really hate being lied to. So I feel like this collective is dealing with like realizing that they've been lied to about something, or I don't really know. But because of the fact that I'm so gifted and I know that my intuition is on point, I know when people are lying to me, and I am so hyper aware of everything that somebody says or does that I can pinpoint your lie. Because people always give it away when they're talking, because when you lie, you can't keep your story straight. The truth always comes out, okay? So one of the things that actually happened on New Year's Eve is a bunch of people ended up talking about somebody that tried to hurt me at a point. And ironically, it is the one good thing that my ex did in the whole time that we were together. The only thing that I hold him to a high standard for is the fact that he defended me against this person. He actually bashed a bottle across his face because this person tried to hurt me. They were not successful because I was more coherent and aware to what was happening than they thought that I was. But the thing is that I didn't come out and like smear this person's name across the board. I decided at that point that I was grown enough that people would find out who that person was on their own, because whatever. So it's interesting that over the last couple of years, the people in my life that were actually around that person and around that time have discovered what type of person this person is and have decided that they don't want to be around this person, that they think this person is a terrible person. And one of the things that was said during this dinner was literally everything done in the dark comes to light. And I'm just sitting there like, yep, still not saying what this person did to me, because I don't need to. Because like that person said, everything done in the dark comes to light every single time. Okay. So, yeah, the big thing was I was sitting there thinking, the one good thing that my ex did in that situation, even though he treated me terribly and there was just a lot of manipulation and abuse in that relationship, and the one thing that I thank him for in my mind is the fact that he decided to defend me in that situation. Okay. So the other thing that is coming up is, and the only people that I'm going to offend by saying this are insecure people and people that this applies to. So if you're offended, take a look in the mirror and look at what you need to work on, okay? I'm going to say masculine or feminine, because this can apply to either gender and the role that you're supposed to take in life, okay? The reason that a lot of feminine energies do not trust masculine energies to lead is because they are living in a wounded masculine energy. And so they don't necessarily know how to speak to people without offending them, and then get on the defense when somebody's rude back to them because they don't even realize what just came out of their mouth. A lot of you guys are not thinking before you even speak. You're not thinking about, is this information actually pertinent to the conversation that I'm having? Or am I just oversharing information that's going to offend somebody? Like, one of the things that gets said to me a lot, and people don't even realize that it actually hurts my feelings, because I don't mean to come across this way. And the only reason that it's said is because of the way that my face looks, okay? So a lot of people either say to me that they thought, or that somebody else said to them that they thought, that I come across as a bitch until they get to know me. One, the things that just came out of your mouth actually hurt my feelings. And two, it was not relevant for you to even provide that information to you. And three, the moment that somebody says that to you about somebody in your family, somebody close to you, somebody that you know, okay? If they say that about somebody that you know, that was your moment to defend that person. And it's also not your job to go and run and tell that person what was said or the fact that you needed to defend them. Men and women in masculine energies that are meant to be leaders, that actually take on that role seriously, handle their discretions in private, okay? And it's because of the fact that they don't need the glory behind the fact that they just defended that person, okay? But also, you were supposed to take that moment as a moment where the universe was testing you of whether or not you were going to defend somebody when somebody is speaking disrespectfully about them. When somebody says that to me, whether they're saying it like as this person said that to me, that they thought that about you, or whether or not they're saying it to me directly, I literally want to sit back and say to them, yeah, I used to think that you were really creepy or really rude to begin with, but now I just found out that you're a person who is forever stuck in their glory days in high school and never grew up. You want to watch that person's face as you say that to them? I mean, seriously, somebody would be so offended if you said something back to them like that. So the fact that they felt comfortable enough to say something and have something like that come out of their mouth, what it tells me, honestly, is that you grew up without somebody to defend you. Your parents, your caregivers, whatever, never defended you, and they probably let anybody speak about you, about the people around them, or about them any way that they wanted to, and never stuck up for themselves, which leads me to believe that you were raised by really weak people, to be honest. And again, the only people that are going to be offended by this are people that it applies to. So again, look in the mirror. Anyway, so yeah, my advice in that situation and everything that I talked about is maybe think about whether or not the information that you're sharing to somebody or about somebody, think about whether or not it's offensive and whether or not it's even relevant to share. One, and two, just really reflect on things that are about to come out of your mouth before they actually come out of your mouth. You were given a filter for a reason. You were given a brain to stop yourself from saying things that are probably offensive, saying things that are hurtful or mean for a reason. So use it, okay? So anyway, we're gonna get to the reading. So the song that I actually woke up with in my head was Baby by Justin Bieber and Ludacris. And I actually just keep hearing Ludacris's part where he's like, she had me going crazy. Oh, I was starstruck. She woke me up daily. Don't need no Starbucks. She make my heart pound. I skip a beat when I see her in the street, at school, on the playground. So I don't know. This is like puppy love, I feel like, that we're going to be talking about. So yeah, that is kind of what we're going to be talking about. I feel like we're really going to be talking about like stepping into your feminine energy, because the deck that they want me to use is a deck made up of feminine energy. Even the kings and the knights and everything, they're all depicted as feminine, like females in this, which gives me the energy that we could be talking to. I feel like who we're talking to, especially given the information that I just talked about, is more so a masculine that needs to heal the feminine part of themselves, which is more of the nurturing side of themselves. So like what I was saying, it's like you're so into your wounded masculine energy, or the masculines around you are so in that energy that they don't know how to step into a feminine energy without being insecure about it, because they were probably raised to think that femininity is weak, and it's just like some insecurity about them, okay? And the reality is that healed people and people that live in union within itself are healed on both aspects of themselves. So they are able to be that leader, that driven protector, the caregiver, you know, the provider. And then on the other side of them, they are still able to be nurturing and compassionate and you know, like not motherly, but just somebody that can take care of the emotional parts of people and making sure that things that are coming out of their mouth are not going to upset or offend somebody. So yeah, I will go ahead and play that song. We'll see what cards pop out and see what we're going to be talking about here. Oh, wow. And I'm going to have the music pretty quiet because I don't want to deal with copyright. Oh, wow, oh, oh, oh. I know you care. Shout whenever, and I'll be there. And we will never, ever, ever be apart. Are we an item? Bowling might be relevant. What are you saying? Said there's another look right in my eyes. Seven of Cups right off the bat. Illusions being caused. Okay, this came upside down. This is the King of Pentacles, but it's in reverse. Okay, so this is somebody that is very much unstable, causing illusions around you. Somebody that is not grounded, could suffer from mental health issues, could be a father, but wasn't a very good one. Coming in with communication, action here, fast action with the Eight of Wands. And I want to play cool. Somebody from the past. We got the Six of Cups here. That can represent family, but it can also, it just lets you know that this is some sort of like soul tie that you have. We got the Two of Swords, but it's inverted here. The Two of Voices. Two of Swords is about making a decision, but like with it being inverted, especially with the fact that it's the Two of Swords, it's not wanting to see the truth about something. I just heard though, not wanting to share the truth about something, but choosing between, I don't know. We got the Nine of Swords here. Somebody feeling very trapped and like a lot of anxiety and fear that they're experiencing, probably from like over putting their cup in, or putting themselves in too many cups. The Seven of Cups, it can represent like over drinking. It can also represent like just placing yourself in a bunch of places that you don't necessarily belong. And so then you spread yourself too thin and you're just worn out. And really, I feel like that's kind of like the Nine of Swords energy. It's like mental wear out. It's like just over placing yourself in too many things, too many parts that you haven't really left room for yourself. And so you end up just being so overwhelmed, especially mentally, that you feel like you can't get out. We did get the Fool here. This is walking into a new beginning, walking away from something from the past that you weren't seeing clearly. Whoa. A narcissistic energy. We got the King of Swords in reverse. That always for me represents a narcissistic energy. And I've got a hair here that came out of my deck, which means that there is energy that is lingering, that's not being let go of. We got the Page of Swords in reverse, the Page of Voices in reverse. That can be a really unsettling message coming through from a narcissistic person who is very much unwell, I'm hearing, with the King of Pentacles in reverse. And especially with the song, this could be somebody from like your younger days, somebody that is really stuck in like, I'm hearing their high school glory days. Oh my gosh, this is the video that I was talking about in my last reading, Let Me Love You by Justin Bieber. It's something about theft. Something about a motel might be relevant as well. But this song, it involves like two people, a masculine and feminine energy that like plot and scheme. And I meant to say when I was processing doing this reading, when I was walking around earlier, there's something about like conspiring, like people conspiring against you. I don't know what the energy is, but yeah, what this video every time gives me the energy of when I see it is like people that conspired to like rob or deceive, and it's like they get together and live in the energy, but it's like it wears off then after that point, and everything done in the dark comes to light. So eventually they will get caught doing whatever it is that they did. We got the King of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Like I said, there is something about somebody being a leader and coming to defend you, okay? And it may possibly be against this narcissistic energy from your past. This King of Swords, King of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody that is just like seriously so mentally unstable. You are walking, you're the fool here. You're walking towards a new beginning, but that is pissing this person off, okay? They really wanted to keep you blinded to this with the Two of Swords. Never let me know. But somebody's stepping into their King of Wands energy. This is a born driven leader. And I love that. I love the fact that I talked about this stuff beforehand too. But again, as I was saying, the energy that this video gives me, it's almost like that You're Still Mine with Drake and what is his name, Blue or something like that, where it's like these two people, the woman's at the altar and he comes in and he's like, no, you're mine still, that's what the song is. Young Blue. And he comes in and she ends up leaving this great person at the altar to go feed her adrenaline rush, essentially. But once they get in the car and they drive away, it's almost like the adrenaline rush wears off, and then they're sitting there realizing what they've done, realizing what they've walked away from, realizing that they're probably not even meant to be together. It's just you guys fed each other's addictions in some way. You fed each other's codependency. And once the adrenaline and the serotonin wear off, you realize what's actually happening, and you realize that the situation isn't going to help you heal. It's not going to make you move further in life. It's just going to keep you exactly where you are. And that's a trauma bond. That's that's a soul tie that needs to be released, because that person is never going to help you grow. They're never going to make you happy. They're never going to actually teach you love. They're not going to help you love yourself. So there's something about releasing that energy here and walking towards the unknown, walking into a new sort of energy here with the Fool. With the Three of Wands, travel may be relevant, but walking towards and realizing that your new manifestations, the manifestations that you have been working towards and asking for, are coming towards you. Three of Wands is a very like magical energy to me, because it is like something that you've manifested finally coming into fruition. What song is this? Justin Bieber, Sean Kingston, Eenie, Meenie, Miney, Mo. Oh, the other thing in my notes, I kept having the song, I don't know why this is relevant, but diddly-da-dee-lo-do, diddly-da-dee-dee-do, why that was stuck in my head, I have no idea. But there might be something relevant about that song. Hold you. You're mine, 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 mine. Can't make up your mind. Very much Two of Swords energy. Okay, it's time to release this. It's time to walk towards a new beginning. It's time to allow these manifestations to come in for you, to move on with your life, to really step into a new chapter. Like if you notice, it's just like with these two cards, look at that feminine walking into this like vast space where you can be anything and have anything that you want. Whoever you are, Queen of Cups, you may be very much in your emotions right now. That's a very extremely, the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles to me are very feminine energies, because the Queen of Cups is like a very nurturing and compassionate energy. Somebody that is possibly extremely psychic, but very much living in your intuition. And like I said, I feel like somebody is having to learn how to really handle that side of themselves. Even if you're a masculine energy, where you learn to be compassionate towards people, learn that the things that you say could be offensive to somebody, okay? Really healing that side of you where it's not like you need to tiptoe and take care of other people's emotions. but you need to realize how the things that you say or do may affect somebody else in a negative way. So really taking care of your part to try to not hurt somebody, okay? And this may be due to a father who is not really a father to you and was a very narcissistic energy. Like, I don't like what I said when I was talking earlier. Everything is a learned behavior. So what I said is, when somebody is like that, I feel like the people that were supposed to take care of them, supposed to defend them, supposed to nurture them, didn't. Okay, so, and that may be this energy, this King of Pentacles in reverse and this King of Swords in reverse, this narcissistic energy. Could have been somebody that you grew up with, okay? We got Temperance in reverse, somebody being very impatient. Didn't I start this out by saying I feel like a very impatient energy? Temperance in reverse means that you're not really like listening. You're not listening to your intuition. You're not listening to your angels and your guides trying to give you advice. You're not being patient and really taking the time to step back and heal. And I feel like that may be why you're attracting these energies towards you, or why you're in that energy yourself. We got the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is about thinking that you have a lot of lost opportunities. It's also about needing to take a step back, like what they're asking you with Temperance in reverse. Needing to take a step back. What song is this? Beauty and the Beat. Justin Bieber. That's funny too, because this Beauty and a Beat. So Beauty and the Beast may be relevant, but this song actually came up a couple days ago on my For You page. And I think it was Nicki Minaj's part. I can't remember. But this song might be relevant. Something about directed might be relevant. Shot by, because they just showed that on a pool table or a ping pong table. But the other thing about Temperance in reverse is just like being extremely out of balance. Okay. And I feel like based on what I've been talking about, it's like the extremity between being a very logical person and being very emotional. So it's almost like you're jumping between the two, because you're not trying to take a step back and really find the part of both of them that need to be put in place when you're having conversations with people or in situations. You're doing one extreme over the other, and your angels and your guides are really asking you to take a step back. See what this is showing you in these situations, why you're kind of attracting these conversations or energies towards you, but also reflecting on what this shows you about yourself. Why is this triggering you? Why is this coming towards you? With the Four of Cups though, again, it's like it's needing to take a step back and really get a hold on and control over your emotions, because you may be very much in the energy where your emotions are just constantly spilling over. Temperance can also represent that somebody is struggling with mental health or physical health issues. So if you need to talk to somebody or just really reflect on like what your health is showing you, see if you can eat some things. I don't necessarily always recommend running to the doctor unless it's necessary, or taking pills unless it's really like a last resort sort of thing, because your body has a miraculous way of healing itself and showing you what it is working through or what it needs. Okay. And the more in tune you get with your body, the more balance that you will feel on both parts of you, as well as you will be in a healthier mindset and healthier aspect physically with yourself, the more that you pay attention to the way that your body reacts to certain things. Okay. Because the reality is that most sicknesses, most illnesses are due to the things that we have consumed in our body, the content that we consume outwardly, the people that we have around us, the energies that we have around us, the environments that we place ourselves in. Our bodies show us that something is not for us constantly, or that we are running ourselves down because we're not taking care of ourselves. I'm noticing, like, he's in a pool right now. pool of water, okay, and I'm noticing the word high extreme. So it is like somebody is going through and they're really needing to get a hold on their emotions right now. Not learn how to control them, but it is in a way, because you're letting yourself go to two different extremes. And to be honest, it's probably giving people like this confusion when it comes to, they don't know what side of you they're gonna see when it comes to how you handle things emotionally. When my daughter interrupted me, I accidentally flipped the deck upside down. So I noticed that it's the Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck, but it's actually upside down, which gives me the indication that somebody is finding a lot of relief from these betrayal cycles that they've experienced in their life. Obviously, I flipped it back upright because I don't like my cards being upside down. But somebody is dealing with some sort of backstabbing and ending of betrayal cycles in their life right now. As Justin Bieber, sorry, comes on. Somebody, and the other thing, my reading on TikTok that came up, somebody needs to apologize for something that you don't even necessarily know that they did. But I feel like there's something relevant about somebody defending someone in private and not needing to go to that person and say, hey, here's how I defended you, here's how I stood up for you, here's what was said about you. Like, just doing it, knowing that it's the right thing to do. I'm just gonna get a couple cards from this deck to find out what we're talking about here. And maybe it'll show us whether or not somebody needs forgiveness, somebody needs to apologize for something. Somebody is living in regret right now for something that they did to you, or you are. You are a muse, or they've had a muse in their life that has entered their life that's really inspired them. But I feel like part of this is really keeping them up at night. I feel like that Four of Swords energy in reverse, where it's just like really restless, can't sleep, can't shut their mind off. You and this person may be mirroring each other here. We also got out divine timing, so you'll find out about this in the right time. You guys are in a very healing energy. You're raising your vibration currently right now, really healing your chakras. That's part of the lesson that you're learning right now, is healing both that masculine and feminine part of you. And part of this is going to require you to go into solitude. Really take a step back from your environment and spend a lot of time alone so that you can figure out how to mend these characteristics about yourself. Your pride in figuring out how to work on your self-worth, realizing that you may need to defend yourself and start sticking up for yourself, stop letting people walk all over you. Part of this may be a pride and ego problem, really. And pride and ego, living in your ego is really like a masculine part of you, because ego deals with the sun. Sun is the masculine energy. So really realizing that you may be very much living in a masculine energy, putting on an ego, a face, which is a mask that you put on for other people so that they don't understand who you truly are. This is a twin flame reading. The fact that the mirroring came out, and we also got the twin flame out as well. So this is about your twin flame. Whoever you are and whoever this person is, you guys are devoted to the journey. Which is why you're really making these stable and necessary changes for yourself. So as I was saying, a leader, a King of Wands, or an Emperor, because King of Wands is a mini Emperor, but the King of Wands is seen as like the strong, born, driven leader, provider, protector sort of energy, but like one that is very passionate, very active about it, I guess. And the way that you see, the way that feminine energies see masculine energy as leaders, again, as I was saying, is somebody that is willing to defend you to the end. Somebody that really knows how to step up to the plate and be that leader. I think this is Ghost, Justin Bieber. Oh no, it's Stay, Justin Bieber, which is funny because I said I already recorded a reading to this, like, catalog of songs essentially, but it was 2 hours long, so I deleted it. Somebody in a Four of Cups energy, again, thinking that this is a lost opportunity here. With the Four of Cups, I just feel like there was manipulation that may have been done, especially with the scissors here in the background. But I feel also like somebody missed out on an opportunity because of the manipulation that they chose to do. They tried to make something stick around that wasn't theirs. And because of that, they're really paying for it. They're really missing out on things that were supposed to be theirs because they're not in the energy of receiving it yet, because they need to pay for what they did. I definitely saw the Seven of Wands earlier, which the Seven of Wands is like feeling like you need to defend yourself. It can also be about battles, but the Seven of Wands that I dedicated a long time ago when I started reading tarot was about apologies. And somebody I really feel like needs to apologize for something that you may not even know about. And they feel like by doing this, it's going to... This is you guys, this is literally the Seven of Wands. It doesn't matter how long I've done this. It doesn't matter how much it's proven to me over and over again that I'm psychic. Like, I'm literally about to get emotional. It amazes me when stuff like that happens, because it's like, they're like, yes, you're right on track. You are dead on with the things that you're hearing in your mind. And we're going to show you exactly, like, I just love you guys. Thank you. Seven of Wands. Somebody needs to come forward and apologize. But again, I feel like this is in twofold. It's like, whoever I'm speaking to, you feel like you need to defend yourself. You feel like you want somebody who is going to defend you. Like that King of Wands energy, that Emperor energy, somebody that's going to step up to the plate and defend you, even in silence, even in things that you don't even know about. But somebody has to come forward and apologize to you. Just like the fact that Sorry by Justin Bieber just played. Oh my God, I love that so much. Two of Pentacles, finding balance. Again, I feel like this is about balancing that femininity and that masculine energy within yourself. What song is this? Something about a cult might be relevant. Justin Bieber, What Do You Mean? And this song literally is about, he's asking someone, like, you say one thing but you do another, or you say one thing and you mean another. It's like not understanding the two sides to somebody because they don't have balance. They don't necessarily mean the things that are coming out of their mouth because they're not speaking about what's actually bothering them. They're just saying something to like say it. And it's a very confusing energy. Somebody does not know where you stand and what you mean. And they're trying to figure out how to balance this. Again, there's something about this masculine energy sneaking up, whenever I use this deck, sneaking up on this feminine that's not even like paying attention to the fact that this is happening behind them. There's something about like some things happening behind your back and you're not even aware of it. There's a new passionate beginning coming here. We got the Ace of Wands here. There's a new stable beginning coming. We got the Ace of Pentacles here. That is a new foundation being started here. Something about newness. You've never experienced this before. With the Fool popping out immediately after, there's something about newness. It's like ground zero, finding flow state, finding a new part of yourself and really starting in this new energy. But I do feel like you're in a very confused energy. This is the Three of Swords in reverse, okay? And while I don't necessarily love when the Three of Swords comes out, it being in reverse can represent a fling. But it's almost like a short-lived rejection. It's like something that you recover from quicker than if it were Three of Swords upright, where it's just like ultimate heartbreak, okay? So whatever you're experiencing right now, it's short-lived. I feel like somebody is really struggling with throat chakra because I'm having a really hard time talking. Oh, this is the one where he has her like kidnapped and it's supposed to be a surprise for her. Again, there's like a very confusing energy, but he's wearing a mask, okay? So there's something about somebody like living in their ego and wearing a mask, and that mask needs to fall down. this end. First you gotta go to the left, then you wanna turn right. Again, there's something about like people conspiring. I'm really not sure, but like a group of people really wanna know, what do you mean? Okay, so he just, I don't know why this is relevant, but with the fact that the Fool just came out right before this too, they're about to jump, literally, and they don't even know how it's gonna work out for them, but they're just jumping together. So there's something about you and somebody jumping into the unknown, jumping into this unknown territory for yourselves. Where did they land? Skate park? And then all the masks are coming off and they're finding out that it was just like a joke played on them. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, Three of Swords, whatever you're experiencing, it's not going to last. It's not going to be this like huge heartbreak. What did we get? The Four of Swords in reverse. Did I not start this out by saying I feel like somebody is in a Four of Swords energy where they are feeling extremely restless, they can't sleep. Whoever this person is that needs to come forward and apologize to you. We got the Queen of Swords in reverse, and that, to be honest, is a very like cunty energy. You may be needing to, or you're coming across as like just kind of rude. But you may need to be that way towards this person. But also, the way that, if this is your energy currently, the way that you're coming across is like you have a lack of boundaries, okay? Because the Queen of Swords upright holds their boundaries and is a very like, yes, cutthroat person, but you stand firm in your boundaries as the Queen of Swords. And okay, the fact that this song is what's playing right now, I was gonna say the Queen of Swords is like a very self-centered energy, okay? And that's kind of what I was like processing earlier, is just like these energies just not really realizing how they come across, not really, like they're living in their own world and not even realizing how these things affect other people. And the fact that Beautiful Girls by Sean Kingston is playing is just kind of funny, because I feel like whoever this energy is that's like in a really restless energy, can't eat, can't sleep, can't stop being in like this mental overload with the Four of Swords in reverse, is just somebody that's like super self-centered and really full of themselves with the Queen of Swords in reverse. And the universe is asking you to get out of that energy. Part of that is going to be needing to come forward and apologize here for whatever betrayal that you have possibly given. Because I feel like who I'm talking to now is like the karmic energy that's watching me. This karmic person that really is living in an energy of like that King of Swords in reverse, that narcissistic energy, not thinking that you ever do wrong. And what I was processing earlier when I was thinking about like what I was talking about, where I assumed that like your caregivers were just very much in the energy of like not protecting you, not defending you. On the same side, I feel like it could be the energy of a child that was very much told that they never do wrong. So their parents would like over defend them instead of holding them accountable in situations where they were in the wrong. Because both sides of that will give you this narcissistic energy that doesn't think that they need to worry about how their energy affects other people. We got the Knight of Pentacles, but it came inverted. So it's not really in the energy of working on commitment, working on, I'm just hearing how you can be a better person. Just very stagnant and feeling stuck when it comes to that. Maybe you were very much the person that was very impulsive when getting into relationships with people, or creating relationships with people where you didn't really work on how you were going to keep this relationship, how you were going to maintain it. It was more just the ability of grabbing it and not really knowing how to hold on to it. Oh Lord, what is this? This is the Page of Pentacles. So this is some sort of proposal that's going to be coming towards you, but with this deck, okay, Normally, I love the Page of Pentacles energy because it's about a new foundation being suggested or started. But with this energy, I'll try and cover up her boobs. If you notice, he's pouring a cup into her, like he's pouring a liquid into her mouth. So with this energy, again, I feel like what I was talking about earlier, it's like this manipulation that was caused. It's almost like somebody trying to keep somebody drunk by providing them with their vices, or you know, like inviting somebody out even though they're trying to work on themselves. It's very much, to me, with this deck, it's a very manipulative energy. It's like feeding somebody wrong information to feed their ego. We also got the Five of Wands in reverse, okay? So this is about competition or hostility. This can also represent somebody that's very angry, but with it being in reverse, it's like not engaging in that energy. I'm going to post trigger warning on this video because of what I'm about to say. The word John, or the name John or Johnny's, might be relevant. Also Paul's, I noticed on there. That was interesting. But the line that he just said, you had me suicidal when you said it's over. Somebody could have like been very much in a victim mindset and kind of played that, like, I'm gonna kill myself if you don't want to be with me, to keep somebody around, which could be part of this manipulation with the Page of Pentacles that I was talking about. Never say never, Justin Bieber. I don't know that I've actually ever really listened to this. An airplane might be relevant again, something about travel. I never thought that I'd take the burn. The energy that this song gives me is like, and I meant to say this earlier because I processed it the other day. I feel like whoever this narcissistic energy is, which this is a very narcissistic way to think, so it would make sense, is thinking that you're invincible. Thinking that, I feel like whoever this individual is that needs to come forward and apologize, they very much lived in their ego to the point where they thought that they were untouchable. But when they met you, whoever you are, you're like a karma server, okay? So it's like when people meet you, energies that have really been able to coast through life without really being held accountable and dealing with consequences because they lived so much in the energy of not really caring that. So here's the thing, when you live in an energy of fear, or you know that, or like you're always afraid of getting caught or something like that, you will get caught because you're attracting that energy towards you, and you also know that you're somebody that's held accountable in life. People that didn't really grow up, they grew up not really feeling bad about the things that they did, very much living in their own ego, living with themselves, not really worrying about how things affected other people. The reason that they're not really held accountable and don't deal with consequences is because of the fact that they're not really fearful that it's going to happen to them, because it never has before. So they get away with a lot of things until the universe decides to send somebody to them that almost awakens the conscience within them. It's almost like they never lived with a conscience, so they weren't held accountable, because it's like they would always just coast in life. They would never get above, and then they would wonder, they met you and they got to a point where they wondered, they're like, why am I still stuck in this energy? Why am I still in a place that I was 10 years ago? Why? And then all of a sudden they meet you and all these bad things start happening to them. They start losing things. They start losing cars and homes and jobs. And it's because of the fact that the universe finally sent something to them to awaken that conscience within them, so that they're finally held accountable for the things that they are doing, so that they can finally grow and become a better person, okay? And when they met you, That is what you brought into their life. They can no longer coast. They can no longer get away with things that they used to get away with, because you awakened something within them where they really had to look at themselves and sit there and wonder, why am I like this? Why do I hurt people in the way that they do? And so now they're noticing the way that they hurt people, and it's because of whoever you are. You pointed it out to them. When you enter people's lives, it's almost like the universe gets the okay to finally be like, okay, that was one of my divine people and you hurt them. So now I see all of these. It's almost like the universe and the divine were blinded to this person. It's like this person wore a mask for so long that they were hidden from the divine. They didn't understand, and they didn't see who was actually causing this hurt. They just saw the people that they had to help mend and fix. And it's like they weren't able to see the person that was causing this on the other end. Now, because you awakened this to the divine, they're finally able to dish out the karma to this person. So this person's experiencing a lot of karma that they've accumulated on the back end that they didn't even realize, because they thought that they were getting away with everything. And now whatever they did to you, it's like the universe has been given the okay, the divine has been given the okay to finally dish out this karma. Something about fifth harmony, work from home. Ain't worried about nothing. This person was never worried about things catching up to them, and now they're experiencing it. They're experiencing this overload of everything that they caused for other people really hitting them and bringing them down, making them have to take a look in the mirror. God, I can't remember what song it was, but it was, I think, Lil Wayne. It's not Lil Wayne Mirrors, but it's a song where he mentions having to look like he can look himself in the mirror again. Because I remember listening to it and being like, oh, that's funny, because it does make me think of Lil Wayne Mirrors. I don't remember what song it was. But somebody has to put in the work now to make up for all the pain and the destruction that they've caused. And somebody is not going to be engaging in this hostility when it does come towards them. I'm also hearing that there's no more competition. So whoever was worried about whether or not there was somebody else or there is somebody else, there's not. And you need to realize that you're just competing with yourself, is what I just heard. But the universe really wants you to not engage in this energy that's going to be coming towards you, this self-centered energy, whoever this Queen of Swords is, whoever these people are that are going to be coming towards you, these unwell people with the King of Pentacles in reverse, that is a very mentally unstable person. And King of Swords, Queen of Swords in reverse, again, very unstable people, self-centered people, manipulative, untruthful people. Like, and the fact that I talked about, I can't stand liars. Whoever these people were, they were liars. They lied to manipulate you into thinking that they were somebody that they weren't, wearing a mask, really pride and ego driven people. Somebody from your past. Again, we got the Six of Cups, that again, representational to both of you. Six of Cups from both different decks. As I was talking about, you guys are mirroring this energy and healing this energy so that you no longer experience it before you guys come together. The twin flame dynamic that I'm speaking about. Six of Cups, again, this narcissistic energy from your past could be something that you experienced from a parental figure that you are healing now from a relationship standpoint. Could even be friendship. But either way, you are in the energy of healing this energy currently. The Nine of Swords in this deck too. Again, like I said, you guys are in a very mirroring energy. And the fact that they're showing you that it's a feminine energy and a masculine energy on both parts. Nine of Swords on the bottom of the deck, feeling very discouraged and trapped and anxiety ridden from this energy. What song is this? Chainsmokers Closer featuring Halsey. Fine before I met you. I was doing just fine before I met you. So, dude, The energy of realizing, tell your friends that it was nice to meet them, but I hope I never hear from you again or see you again. Realizing that this person really broke you down. 4 years, no calls. Maybe this is somebody from 4 years ago. I don't know. No, I can't stop. So baby, hold me closer in the backseat of your Rover. You can afford that I know you can't afford. Bite that tattoo on your shoulder. Pull the sheets right out of the corner of the mattress that you stole. Whoever this person is, they come off, again, very self-centered. They come off as like having their shit together, but it's actually things that they've taken from other people. It's energies that they've taken from other people. It's personalities that they've taken from other people. It's not their own. And now this person is in this Four of Swords in reverse energy because they're finding out that they are not truly who they've shown other people that they appeared to be. They're having to find themselves now because they're not being allowed to be around energy that they can steal from, that they can manipulate their personality from. I love the fact that this is coming up, okay? These people hide behind this mask, and now they're having to face themselves in the mirror and really find out who they are. Can't stop. They can't stop. They can't stop their mind from just racing. They're realizing, they're like, it's like you are haunting this person in their dreams, and they're finding out just how awful they actually were to you. And this may possibly honestly be because they experienced it from somebody else. It was to make them take a look at themselves in the mirror because they got treated exactly how they treated you, and this is why they're receiving this karma. Because they're finally having to look at how their energy affects other people, how they have treated other people. Because it's like now they're sitting all alone and they have nothing and nobody. And just their thoughts, just themselves. They're finally sitting with themselves and having to reflect. And it's like a movie of their life is being shown to them. And it's like, okay, you did that person wrong. And you know, now they're bringing up to me, my name is Earl. Not even just my name is Earl. I had this in my notes in my last reading, Groundhog Day. It's about narcissistic men that now have to be shown this part of their lives that they just chose to ignore, and they have to make amends for all the things all the wrongs that they did throughout their life, and why they're stuck in this day that it seems that they keep living over and over and over again. And it's because you're not going to move forward until you realize all the hurt that you caused. You're not going to move forward and be able to grow until you recognize those parts of yourselves that you chose to keep stuck in your high school glory days. Like I brought that up at the beginning of this. I love how all the things that I said in the beginning are coming back around. This is just giving me the energy of like somebody that really peaked at a younger point in their lives, and they're just stuck in that. They instead of growing, they just chose to stay stuck in where they were at the top of themselves, or where they felt that they were. Like, I'm the man, or I'm the woman. Like, this is just somebody that like really, they may have had a lot of friends in high school or in their younger days, and it may have seemed like they were really on top. But then after that, they never grew. They never tried to expand themselves. They never tried to move further into an energy where they can maintain that energy. And you want to know why? It's because they took that energy from somebody else. That was never actually their personality. Is this Ghost by Justin Bieber? It is. Okay, so there's something about this because she does this in this. But this person is living with the ghost of you in their mind because you walked away from them, and now they're just being haunted by you, and they just want to be able to touch you and hold you tangible, but they can't because that wasn't the position that you were supposed to be in their life. They were, to be honest, I feel like this person was supposed to screw you over so that the divine could finally dish out this karma to them so that they could finally grow. and see themselves for who they truly were and realize that they didn't want to be like that anymore. I hold sympathy and empathy for this person because I do really feel like they are in the energy of wanting to be a better person, but unfortunately right now where they're at is realizing what a shitty person they've been up until this point. And I do applaud you for realizing that and wanting to take part in this growth. So I do feel like the people that are watching this, I miss you more than life. This person is really like emotionally distraught and drained. Your memory is ecstasy. I feel like the thing that brought you two together was your codependencies that you needed to heal. Oh, the cool thing that I was going to bring up that I realized in my last reading, when I was editing, I realized I had nothing lit. There was no incense, no candle, nothing. But when I went in to talk about my happy place, and I was actually talking about whether or not I thought it was my Nana, so maybe it was my Nana's spirit that went across. You actually can physically see something. It's almost like smoke going across my screen. I had nothing lit, so I have no idea what it was. And to be honest, like my family members, when I showed them, they're like, it was probably a ghost, an energy, as the song's on, coming across your screen. And it was just confirmation that I was connected to something bigger than myself, okay? So it's almost like this person is realizing it's not all about them. They're not invincible. There is, in fact, something greater than themselves that they should be not fearful of, but realizing that there is a power greater than you that is going to hold you accountable when you're not on the right path, when you're not doing the right thing. And this person is finally experiencing that. And I do want to say that I am proud of this person realizing that they need to take time to grow, to hold themselves accountable, to make amends for the people that they've hurt in their life. But you really need to take a look at yourself in the mirror, because who I'm talking to now is Karmic. I'm realizing that there are two different energies that are watching this video, this reading that I'm providing. There's the twin flame dynamic, the divine masculine and feminine that are healing these parts of themselves. And this is also the Karmics that are watching, that are trying to take these people as muses and use them to inspire them. But I want you to stop trying to use other people's energy to put yourself in a better position, and realize that that could be you if you tried to love yourself and learn the best parts of yourself, instead of taking those energies from other people and using it as a mask of ego so that people think that that's really you when it's not. Actually doing the work and putting in the healing and becoming a better person, instead of trying to take other people's personalities and other people's words and use them as your own, so that you manipulate other people into being around your energy. Intentions, Justin Bieber, having true intentions, true loving intentions towards the things that you're doing and the people that you're trying to attract in your life, instead of using manipulative intentions to attract this stuff to you, because then eventually that mask will fall and that person will find out who you truly are, and that you don't actually live up to the expectations that you hold for other people. You don't actually live up to the words that you preach. You need to, the Karmics that I'm speaking to, I really want you to really take a look at yourselves in the mirror and try and find who you are. Try and find who that part of you that you've been hiding is, and really heal that aspect about yourself so that you genuinely can be a good person, instead of the energy that you try to manipulate people into thinking that you are. Okay? We got something about don't worry and take that leap of faith here with the grasshopper. A change in direction. Somebody making the necessary changes about themselves in order to be who they try to convince people to perceive them to be. Something about a bridge is important. We got something about sharing and collaboration. I'm also noticing the word harmony on here. Really finding balance. You're so perfect, you don't need no filter. And that's funny because I don't use filters anymore because I'm recording on my camera now. So there may be something about that. but really standing true in your intentions. The Lakers might be relevant. I'm also hearing Kobe. That's funny because my server at Olive Garden, which I ate Olive Garden last night, his name is Kobe. So something about Kobe might be relevant. Is Migos in this song? Oh, Quavo is though. We also got, again, something about trusting in divine timing. There's something about timeless. And I'm also noticing source energy. So really, somebody is really like praying and trying to connect with source. Wow. I'm noticing her shirt has a crescent moon on it and a sunflower, which is actually what the background of my phone is. That's insane. That is actually insane. Big transformation energy. I gotta say, I am proud of every person that I am speaking to right now. Whether you represent the karmic energy that I'm talking to, or whether you represent the divines in this twin flame dynamic that I'm talking about. Phoenix is about major transformation. It's about rising from the ashes, really burning the old parts of you down so that you can strip yourself and start anew. I want, even though it sounds like I'm reprimanding you, it's the divine speaking through me, because they're really frustrated with the fact that it's taken you this long to see the truth. See what you were raised by, who you were raised by. See these tendencies that you've carried throughout life with you. Really, really going through this transformation energy. There's something about ashes to ashes, dust to dust, which I feel like that was in the movie Nightmare Before Christmas, and I put it in my notes. But so the other thing, I can't remember if I brought it up in the part that was 2 hours long that I just didn't end up posting, or if I did end up bringing it up. But I realized I talk about, because Miss Independent came on, so I'm pretty sure it was in the reading that I actually ended up recording. Miss Independent by Neo, and it's a video that's going around where this woman shatters a record. And it's like realizing that you don't want to be in your independent era anymore or whatever, and you want a man to take care of you, or you want someone to take care of you. That is literally a scene in It's a Wonderful Life, which I talk about the fact that I listen to the audio every year on Christmas Eve. I actually ended up watching the movie, which I haven't seen it in, I want to say 20 some years, to be honest. What song is this? Major Lazer, Cold Water. I'll be your lifeline. I feel like the divines in this are realizing that what their part in this was, why they met these people, why they experienced this energy, and what their part in coming into their life was, even though they're the ones that got hurt. Okay, it's realizing that you awakened something in this person so that they could be a better person, even though it didn't mean that they were going to end up with you. And yeah, that hurts. But again, that's that Three of Swords energy in reverse, where it's like a short-lived experience. It's like a short-lived pain that you had to experience so that that person could become a better person. Because like in It's a Wonderful Life, you don't realize how your life affects all these other things going on around you. How if you weren't here, so again, I just feel like something about suicide might be relevant, because that's something that comes up in that movie. And now I'm getting really emotional. You can be a shitty person and one day just decide to change. And yeah, you might have to make amends to a lot of people, and there may be a lot of people that don't like you and don't want to be around you anymore. But you have to realize that it's because of the way that you treated that person. It's because of what you did to that person, okay? But you can change yourself. Everybody has the capability to change. Everybody has the capability of this Phoenix energy to become a better person. And what that is going to do is touch so many lives, to change the trajectory of things. By changing yourself and changing your energy, you don't realize you could have somebody that is totally irritated, totally had a bad day, and by changing your energy, you can flip-flop theirs in an instant. Okay, so there's something really important about the things that I'm saying. The divines in this situation have realized that they were almost like a lifeline for this person. You helped, this person may have been going down a terrible, terrible path, especially being in that narcissistic energy, and you entered their life and made them want to change that. You were so important to that person, and you need to realize that. You need to realize the implications that you held on that person's growth and that person's transformation. You need to understand how you touch everybody's life in your life and how you change the trajectory of things. Bruno Mars, just the way you are. I'm getting so emotional. You need to realize that you are beautiful and perfect just the way that you are, and you might have to change some things about yourself, the things that hurt other people, but who you are at your core is enough. And you need to realize that. I may be speaking to somebody that really is thinking about taking their life away. And you know what they say in It's a Wonderful Life, when Joseph is talking to Clarence, the angel, he says, this human is thinking about taking away God's greatest gift. And Clarence immediately says, oh no, his life? Like, he knows. Your greatest gift is you being here. And you need to realize that who you are at your core is enough. You need to stop trying to take other people's personalities and energy and thinking that that'll make other people like you more, and just be exactly who you are. Just be the good person that you know that you can be. We got the Tower here. Somebody is needing to stand alone, okay? Somebody feels very alone right now because they're experiencing a Tower moment because of who they've been in the past, what they've attracted towards them in the past. This is also, they may be dealing with something when it comes to legally, a legal battle. But again, if you notice here, the word ego, somebody's ego is falling, their mask is falling, and they're having to find out who they truly are. The Wheel of Fortune, karma coming out. Karma is being served. This person is really experiencing all of this accumulation that they thought that they got away with. And the reason that you're experiencing it is so that you can clear that energy out, so you can be in the energy of receiving this good karma. Once you turn that phoenix energy and you become a good person, you become, I'm just hearing, someone that you would be proud of. You have no idea the things, the Three of Wands, the Magician, that energy that you have manifested, that goodness that's going to be coming towards you. The divine wants you to go into hermit mode. This is Virgo energy. They really want you to take a step back and really reflect. So I'm noticing the word critical, okay? And in twofold, what they're saying is you're being overly critical of yourself right now, and they really want you to give yourself grace. But this is also the energy of the divine finally seeing the things that you've done, because again, this karmic energy was really hidden from them. They weren't able to see who was causing this destruction. They were just seeing the aftermath of the person that got hurt and what they needed to heal and fix, okay? Whoever you are, the divine is in like a judgment sort of energy right now, where they really are holding you accountable for the things that you have done. But again, you really need to hold grace for yourself right now and realize that the reason that this stuff happened is so that you could change yourself. Jupiter, making a turning point, making stable changes that are necessary. As I'm talking about this, you are in the energy of changing yourself and changing this energy so that you don't have to be like this anymore. We also got the Book here. Somebody taking time to find the knowledge to really educate themselves, and I'm also noticing the word intellect on there. But this is about like secrets coming to light and exploring and trusting in the unknown. This is unknown territory for you. You've never experienced this before. Somebody to love, Justin Bieber. And that comes up in the reading that I was talking about that came up on TikTok. It's like, I'm just hearing, I just want somebody to love and somebody to love me. You're very much in the energy of not wanting to be alone anymore. you don't want to push these energies away. You want to feel loved, and you're figuring out that the only way to do that is to love yourself, to really take time to reflect on yourself. Yes, spring into new action. It's time to take action. Set goals for yourself so that you can welcome this energy towards you. We got the sign Aries here so that you can step into this Emperor energy and become the leader that I was talking about, so that you can actually match that healed masculine energy, so that you can step up to the plate, defend energies that are in the right energy. I'm also noticing something about independent, again, so that you can be like a healthy independent energy instead of being like, I don't know how to explain it. Oh, that's funny that I had these backwards, but we did get the crows out. Realizing that you have the power to change, magical power is something that I'm noticing on there. And again, clever problem solver, the way that they're putting it in my mind is that you know how to fix this problem. You're the only one who knows how to fix the problem because it involves you. Okay? Let's see if we can get a couple more here. We also got the sun. Again, like I said, this is about healing a egotistical energy, realizing it's not all about you, okay? I'm also noticing, did I not say something about a directed? That is on here as well. I said that earlier. But yes, you're going through a self-realization process, realizing that maybe you were the problem, maybe you did hurt people, and needing to apologize to something. Things are coming to light. We got the magnifying glass here. Something about clarity coming through and getting answers to something larger than life. Realizing it's not all about you. Realizing how your energy affects all these other things. How you attract these energies towards you. Realizing that there is a bigger picture to everything. It's not just this box that you've decided to put yourself in, where you're just, like I said, this energy has just like been very egotistical for a majority of their life is what I'm hearing. Well, Lily, this is about maturing, okay? I'm also noticing something about ambition. You have the drive to better yourself. Again, that Emperor, that is also about having the drive to become the leader that you want to be, is what I just heard. We got the Child here, something about being spontaneous and unexpected and brand new. Creating a new energy for yourself. Healing that wounded child that put you in this egotistical energy. And on the bottom of the deck, we got Clover. Again, something about short-lived is really relevant. What you're experiencing right now, it's not going to last forever. You're going to be able to enter into a better energy. I'm also noticing, though, when you decide to take on whatever this is that has put you in this egotistical energy, one time, Justin Bieber, I'm going to tell you one time, girl, I love you. There is something in my notes about, I wanted to tell her 1,000,000 times or something like that. So I feel like that's in twofold. I feel like that's somebody like knowing that they needed to apologize and they just didn't know how to tell you the truth about something. And that's also somebody that has been just so afraid to tell you how they truly feel about you because they lived in an ego. They lived in a mask where they viewed sharing feelings, sharing emotions, and telling somebody how they felt, being vulnerable to them was weak. And they're having to heal that part of themselves, realizing that what they were taught growing up was so incorrect. Being vulnerable is actually extremely strong because not a lot of people are able to do that. So being able to put yourself in a vulnerable position actually means that you trust yourself to be strong enough to handle whatever comes from it. Be able to handle whether or not you get rejected in the meantime. That's actually, being vulnerable is actually extremely strong. And somebody is finally understanding that putting themselves in that position makes them look like a leader, makes them look like, I don't care if you're gonna hurt me in this situation, because putting yourself out there and being vulnerable, it puts you in a position to either be able to handle rejection or getting everything that you've ever wanted. without being able to do that, without being able to be vulnerable and share and express your feelings towards somebody, or without being able to put yourself out there, you are never going to find out if that thing was meant for you or not. Okay? So we're going to end it there. That was a great reading, you guys. I'm really proud of this person, this karmic energy that is trying to step into a divine energy so that you can receive the love that you've been asking for. Once you step into that divine energy and really heal those parts of yourself, you're going to get everything that you have ever deserved, because you're going to be in an energy of being deserving of receiving it. Okay? I love you guys, and I hope everybody has a beautiful, healing, and blessed day.